All right, boys and girls, I have a story to read to you today. My story is called The Sandwich Swap. My story is written by Her Majesty Queen Rania Al Abdullah. Now that's a really weird name. It has the word queen in front of it. Because guess what? The author of this story is actually the Queen of Jordan. Does anyone know what a queen does? What does a queen do? What does a queen do? Isabella, hands down, eyes on Isabella. She kind of runs the country, right? Who runs our country? What do we call him? Katie?
A president.
The president. Very good. But in some other countries, in the country of Jordan, they have a queen and they have a
king.
Very good job. Okay. So it is by Her Majesty Queen Rania Al Abdullah. If it is by her, what is she? Everybody, the
author.
Which means that she
wrote the story.
Very good. It is by her. She is the author, but it is also another author of the story. So there's two people. It is Kelly DePiccio, and if it's by her, she is also another author, which means that she also
wrote the story.
Very good. It is illustrated by Trisha Tusa, and if it's illustrated by her, she is the illustrator, which means that she
drew the picture.
Very good job with that. Okay. Looking at the cover of our story today, there is a few words that I want us to look at, okay? But before we get to the words that we want us to look at in our story, good readers always do what before we begin reading? Everybody, we
question.
Absolutely. Readers question before they read the story. So I'm looking at the cover of the story, and I'm wondering, are these girls friends? Are they friends? I wonder. Are they friends? What are you wondering? Turn and talk. You're wondering similar things? Okay, good. Go ahead, Tia. That's a great question, Rena. I like that. Good idea. Eyes on me in 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
What are you guys wondering? Gretchen, hands down. Eyes are on Gretchen. She's wondering if they're going to swap their sandwiches. Who can tell me what it means to swap something? If you swap something, what do you do, Miranda? Okay, so if somebody else takes it, but then what else happens? Brandon? Can you give me a synonym for swap? Trade, absolutely. If you swap something, you're trading something. So she's wondering, will they swap or trade, same thing, sandwiches? What else are you guys wondering? Good readers question before we read. What else are we wondering? Katie, hands down, eyes are on Katie. You're wondering if they're on a hill. Katie, what makes you question if they're on a hill? It kind of raising up a little bit. So you think they might be outside and you're wondering, are they on a hill? These are great questions, guys. And you guys also had questions, but you got to share them to your neighbors. So if you didn't get to share them out, you did get to share them with someone else. So as we're reading, guys, we're going to be looking for the answers to these questions. But do good readers only question before we read? No, we question what else, everybody?
While we read.
Very good. All right, looking at the words up here on the board, I have a few words I want us to look at before we start reading. My first word is hummus. Everyone?
Hummus.
Hummus is kind of the spread that you might put on a sandwich or on a cracker. It is chickpeas that are mashed up, and people sometimes put them on crackers and things to eat. Who here has ever had hummus before? Anyone ever had hummus before? Some of you have had hummus before. Everyone, the word is hummus. Insult.
Insult.
If you insult someone, you're saying something that's mean or not nice. If you insult someone, how might they feel after you said something mean or not nice to them? How might they be feeling? Raina? insults you, like Rena said, you might feel a little embarrassed. And if you're embarrassed, it might make you feel sad. Is it nice to insult someone? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Absolutely not. That could hurt someone's feelings. Everyone, the word is insult. Rowdy.
Rowdy.
If something gets rowdy, it might get really, really loud. It might get chaotic and crazy. What's a time that you might get rowdy in school? Do you get rowdy in the classroom? When's a time that you might get rowdy? When's a time that you might be rowdy in school? Hunter, when might you get rowdy in school? When you're having a lot of fun. When's a good time in school that you might be having a lot of fun and you're getting crazy, loud, running around, get a little rowdy? When? Gym class. Who here gets rowdy in gym class? When would be another time you might get a little bit rowdy? Brandon? Who here gets rowdy at recess? I think a lot of us get rowdy at recess. Everyone, the word is?
Rowdy.
Good. Ashamed.
Ashamed.
Do you feel ashamed about something? You might feel a little bit guilty or embarrassed. If you insulted someone, you might feel a little guilty about it. You might feel bad about yourself. You might feel a little embarrassed about it. You might be ashamed. Everyone, the word is?
Ashamed.
Very good job. Let's say our words one more time. Hummus?
Hummus.
Insult?
Insult.
Rowdy?
Rowdy.
Ashamed.
Ashamed.
Looking at the cover of the story, I would like you guys to predict what genre do you think the story Miss Weber is going to read to you today? Turn and talk. What genre do you think this will be? Predict. Because you can. That's something that you know that you can do. Perfect. Great job. What do you think? What genre do you think our story is going to be this afternoon? Predict. Hands down, eyes on no.
I think the story will be realistic fiction.
Go ahead.
Because it doesn't look real, but I bet it will.
He thinks our story is going to be realistic fiction. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Who here thinks our story might be realistic fiction? What do we know about realistic fiction? Go ahead, Noah, you were explaining.
Because we don't think that
He thinks the story didn't happen. What makes you say it didn't happen?
because it's true.
It's a drawing. But does it look like it's something that could happen in real life? Do you think that's a good prediction of what our genre is going to be? As we're reading our story, guys, let's see if our genre is realistic fiction. Remember, the author's purpose of a realistic fiction story is to do what? Why does an author write realistic fiction stories? What is his purpose? Bella? To entertain us, right? It's a story for fun. Will there be dialogue between cats and dogs and the walls? Will there be? Why not, Brayden? It's not fantasy. That can't happen in real life, right? Absolutely. So as we're reading our story, guys, we'll see if our story is realistic fiction, okay? Now, before we get started reading the story, now, whenever I was your guys' age, my parents always used to make me eat vegetables. I didn't like vegetables very much. And one night, my mom made Brussels sprouts for dinner. And Brussels sprouts creeped Miss Weber out. Just looking at them, they were green, they smelled funny. I thought they looked disgusting. I did not want to eat them. My mom said, though, if you don't eat them, you're not going to get dessert. So I said, all right, they smell funny, they look kind of gross. I really don't want it. But if I don't try this, I'm not going to get my dessert. So I tried it. And guess what? I really, really like them. And to this day, Miss Weber eats Brussels sprouts all the time. When was a time in your life that you saw some kind of food, maybe you thought it smelled funny, maybe you thought it would taste funny, maybe it just looked funny, and you did not want to try it at all? And then you did, and you might have liked it. Turn and talk. Tell your neighbor about a time that you thought something would be absolutely disgusting. hands down, eyes on Preston.
When I was at the Chinese restaurant for my first time,
Mm-hmm.
I seen the shrimp and I didn't order my meal, but my dad put it on my plate and I had to try it and I wanted to get any ice cream.
And what happened, Preston, when you tried it? You're right, you can't eat the tail of it. So what happened though when you tried it?
I
Liked it. Did you hear that? He liked it after he tried it. Who was someone else here that maybe thought something was going to be icky and gross until they tried it? Shaylin, hands down, eyes on Shaylin.
When I was at home and my mom was in store to buy some broccoli, I thought it was good.
You thought it was gross. And Mom cooked broccoli for dinner, and what happened when you make broccoli?
I thought it was good.
You thought it was good. Sometimes though, you might see something and think it's gross and try it, and you might still think it's gross, right? But do you know if you like something until you try it? No, you don't know if you like something until you try it. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. As Miss Weber's reading the story today, keep in mind that time that you thought something was yucky until you tried it. Maybe when you tried it, you still thought it was yucky, but you might have really liked it. Okay? Keep that in mind. Also, while we're reading our story today, we are going to be talking about cause and effect. Let's talk about cause and effect. Because something
happens,
that.
that's why something else happens.
Let me give you an example of cause and effect. Because the sun was shining, that's why I wore sunglasses. Give me another cause and effect. Bella, hands down, eyes on Bella. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Because the because there was no clouds in the sky, that's why it was sunny. Who can give me another one other than a weather cause and effect? Brandon, hands down, eyes on Brandon. Love it. Because the house was on fire, that's why our fire truck came. Keep that in mind as we're reading our story today, okay? All right, the sandwich swap. It all began with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it ended with a hummus sandwich. There's our word hummus. Remember those chickpeas mashed up, and it's in between two pieces of bread to make a sandwich. Selma and Lily were best friends at school. They drew pictures together. They played on the swings together. Cause and effect. Because they are best friends, that's why they are spending so much time together. If they weren't best friends, would they be spending so much time together? Bella? That's why they do the same things. Great job, everyone. What is that? Cause and effect. They jumped rope together. Oh, look, they're doing more things together. Now, if I go back to my questions up here, we asked in the beginning, are they friends? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Are they friends? Absolutely. I answered that question. And they ate their lunches together. But just what they ate was a little bit different. Different means they're not the same. Good. Lily ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day for lunch. Selma ate a hummus and pita sandwich every day for lunch. And although Lily never said it out loud, she thought Selma's sandwich looked weird and yucky. She felt terrible that her friend had to eat an icky chickpea paste every day. Ew, yuck! And although Selma never said it out loud, she thought Lily's sandwich looked strange and gross. She felt just awful that her friend had to eat gooey peanut paste every day. Ew, gross. Now, remember that time that you thought something was really gross before you tried it. How are they feeling? They're feeling the same as you guys felt, right? They're feeling, ugh, gross, don't want to look at it, I don't want to smell it, that's disgusting. What are you doing? You're making a text-to-self connection. You got it, dude. Then, one day, Lily just couldn't hold back those pesky thoughts any longer. Your sandwich looks kind of yucky, she blurted out. What did you say? Selma asked, thinking she must have misunderstood her friend. I said, your sandwich looks yucky. Selma frowned. She looked down at the thin, soft bread, and she thought of her beautiful smiling mother as she carefully cut Selma's sandwich into 2 neat halves that morning. Her hurt feelings turned mad. Infer, how is Selma feeling right now? Turn and talk. Oh, I like that. That's a great idea. One, two, three, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Well, what do you think? Right down here. How is Selma feeling? Gretchen, hands down, eyes on Gretchen. Okay, you think she's feeling angry? Looks like she has that mad face on her. What is on your face when you're angry? What would you have on your face? Brayden, you're showing me. What are you doing? Grinding your teeth. If we look up here, grinding our teeth tells us that we are angry. Absolutely. Let's continue. Yeah, well, your sandwich looks gross, and it smells bad, too, Selma snapped back. Lily looked surprised. She sniffed the thick, squishy bread, and she thought of her dad in his silly apron, whistling as he cut Lily's sandwich into 2 perfect triangles that morning. Lily scowled. It does not smell bad. Does too. Ew, yuck. Ew, gross. Oh, no. Because they made fun of each other's sandwich, that is why they are, everyone? Angry. Oh my goodness, that's why they're angry. Can you give me another word of how they're feeling? Give me a synonym for angry. How else are they feeling? How else are they feeling? Katie? Well, mad, angry, they might be a little bit, maybe they're anxious about it, they're not too happy about it. Do you think they're a little bit irritated with one another? Do you ever get irritated with your friends, maybe if they make fun of something? Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's continue. That afternoon, the friends did not draw pictures together. They did not swing together, and they did not jump rope together. The next day, Selma ate her lunch at one table, and Lily ate her lunch at another. Meanwhile, the peanut butter versus hummus story had spread, and everyone began choosing sides. Each side had something not nice to say to the other. Peanut butter breath, jelly heads, garlic breath, chickpea brains. Pretty soon, the rude insults, saying mean things to one another, had nothing at all to do with peanut butter or hummus. You're weird. You're stupid. You look funny. You dress dumb. And then it happened. Somebody yelled. Turn and predict what's going to happen.
I predict
Oh, you guys have great ideas. Keep going. Good idea. What do you predicting, Preston? And eyes on me in 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
All right, what are we predicting? Gavin, hands down, eyes are on Gavin. I predict. Oh, you think they're going to yell more? What are they going to yell? More what? What are they going to? Insults. He thinks they're going to yell some more insults to one another. Katie, hands down, eyes are on Katie.
I think they're going to yell, I'm going to pay you guys all into a picture that I can see you here.
Oh my goodness, so Katie thinks that they're also going to say what? More? Let's see what happens. Let's see if our predictions are correct. Food fight! Oh my goodness, peanut butter and hummus sandwiches and other favorite lunches began flying back and forth between both sides of the lunchroom. They stuck to the walls, they stuck to the ceilings, they stuck to the lunch lady. When the sandwiches were all gone, pudding cups and applesauce and carrot sticks took flight. They took flight. Where are they flying? Through the air. Selma and Lily looked at one another from across the rowdy, splattered room. The rowdy, loud, chaos, everything's going crazy. They both felt ashamed of what they saw. Ashamed. They both felt guilty. They felt bad that this food fight was happening. Now, we were talking about cause and effect. Everyone, cause and effect is what? Because something happened, Graydon, that's why something
else happened.
Turn and talk. Give me a cause and effect of what just happened in this story. Good job, Shayla. Keep going. Good. Good job. All right, let's talk. Cause and effect. Because something happened, that's why something else happened. Miranda, hands down. Eyes are on Miranda. All eyes are on Miranda. Because the food fight started, that's why the girls were ashamed of themselves. Very good job. Preston, hands down. Eyes are on Preston. Exactly, because there was a food fight, that's why there is a mess everywhere, right? Everything got so rowdy. Very good job with that one, guys. Cause and effect. Because something happened, that's
why something else happened.
They both felt really ashamed when the principal called them into her office. After they had helped clean up the mess, the following day, Selma set her lunch down across from Lily's. The two girls nibbled on their sandwiches in silence. In silence. What are they doing? They're in silence, Chance? Not talking, they're quiet. Very good. Finally, Lily got up the courage to speak. Would you like to try a bite of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Selma grinned. Sure, why not? Would you like to try my hummus and pita? Lily laughed. I'd like that. On the count of 3. Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn and predict what's going to happen. I predict. Think so? Good job, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
What do you think is going to happen? Hunter, hands down. Eyes are on Hunter. Turn around. Eyes are on Hunter. I predict. You predict they like the food because why? Have they tried it yet? So do they really know if they like it or not? Give me a thumbs up. Who thinks they're going to try the food? Think they're going to try it? All right, let's see. Mmm, yummy! Hey, this is delicious. And this is heaven. Now think about the time you tried something you didn't like. What happened? You didn't think you were going to like it, and you liked it. They finally tried it, and they liked each other's sandwiches. After lunch, Selma and Lily met with the principal again. This time, they were there to suggest a very special event for the whole school. As a good reader, I'm wondering, what event are they going to suggest to the principal to have for the whole school? Are you guys wondering that? Are you wondering anything else right now? Katie, what are you wondering?
I wonder if there's gonna invent a folding hot swap sandwiches with friends day.
Oh, she's wondering, are they going to create a day where they can swap or trade sandwiches or their lunches with each other? You guys ready to find out what happens? All right, let's see. And that's how it all began, with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and ended with a pita sandwich. Let's look at this picture. What are you noticing in this picture? What are some of the things that you're noticing in your picture? Note some details. What are you seeing in this picture? Gretchen, what are you seeing? She's noticing these flags. What do you notice about those flags? What do you notice about these flags? Chance? They're from different countries. Okay? They did not tell us what day they came up with. But we see food all down this table, and we see flags from different countries in all of these foods. Draw a conclusion with what we see on this table. What day did they come up with? Turn and talk. I can draw the conclusion. What did they come up with? What kind of day? Trading different things day? Okay, great. To draw the conclusion. Remember, we're drawing the conclusion. Use what you already know and use what you see in the story. What do you think? Draw the conclusion. What day did they come up with? Brandon, hands down, eyes are on Brandon. I can draw the conclusion. Oh, you think trading sandwiches with other countries. Does it look like most of these things on here are sandwiches? But are all of them? No. So maybe not necessarily sandwiches, Brandon, but what else did they do? Different food from different countries. Very good. Why do you think that they would do this? Why do you think everyone would bring in different foods from different countries? What would be the reason for this? Brayden, hands down, eyes on Brayden.
I think they do because we probably never tried other countries' sandwiches.
Maybe they never tried other countries' foods. Do you think it's important to try, even maybe to eat something or try to do something you've never done before? Absolutely. I think this story is teaching us a very good lesson. What lesson is this story teaching us? Noah, hands down, eyes on Noah.
Don't say I don't eat this food.
Just food? Any kind of food? Or, Katie? Don't judge anything like food or maybe an activity or a person. Don't judge anyone until you get to know them, until you try it. Very good job, guys. Before we started reading our story today, we predicted what genre we thought our story was going to be. What genre did we predict our story was going to be? Noah, you predicted it for us. What genre did we think it was going to be? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Was this story realistic fiction? Which means what? It could happen, but it
Didn't.
could this story happen in real life? Did it happen in real life? No, but it absolutely could. We also questioned before we begin reading, guys. Let's look at our questions up here. Are they friends? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Are they friends? Absolutely. Will they swap or trade sandwiches? Did they swap or trade their sandwiches? Very good. Are they on a hill? Did we ever answer that question? No. Do we always answer our question? No. To end our story, guys, hands down, we need to analyze and evaluate, which tells us whether we liked or didn't like the story. So turn and talk to your neighbor. Did you like the story? Did you not like the story? Why or why not? Oh, that's a reason I like that. Good. Oh, that's a really good reason, right? Good. Eyes on me in 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Analyze and evaluate. First of all, everybody, did you or did you not like the story? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Perfect. All right. Now tell me, why did you like the story? Gavin, hands down, eyes on Gavin.
I like the story because they had a food.
You like the story because there was a food fight in it. Oh, food fight? I don't think it's a good idea, but it would be kind of fun. It might be a little fun, but I don't think it's a good idea, right? No. Miranda, hands down, eyes on Miranda. I like that. She said, I like the story because they were good friends. They did start to become bullies to one another, like she said. But in the end, they learned a lesson, right? They learned that you need to be kind to one another and you need to try new things. Guys, hands down, if you didn't get shout finger, you did an awesome job today. When we were reading our story, we did cause and effect, everybody. Because something happened, that's why something else happened.